berbahagia Datuk Seri Secretary General MESTECC, Yang Berusaha Tuan Sheikh Ahmad Sheikh Mustafa, Acting CEO of GreenTech, Mayors, YDBs, Chancellors of Universities, Honoured Guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning everyone. I'm very glad to be in Malaysian GreenTech today and to witness the 2030 challenge of low carbon cities. From big cities with tall skyscrapers to smaller ones with warungs and 𝗕𝗔𝗡𝗗𝗔𝗥, our cities in Malaysia comes in all shapes and sizes. They may be called different names. The city that I come from, it's called 𝗕𝗔𝗕𝗥. I grew up in 𝗕𝗔𝗕𝗥. I had a constituency in Bagi, and I think last time I used to have a constituency in Damansara, but they all come in different shapes and sizes and different names. But there is one thing that is in common is that they are called home to people who are in the cities. Cities are where we live, where we work, and where we play. Cities are the foundation of our society. Unfortunately, the reality is that these foundations are being under threat. And this threat is real. And a few years ago, Malaysia has signed together with more than 190 countries, a signed Paris Agreement to commit to lower carbon emission. We, as a nation, we have set our national determined goal of reducing our carbon dioxide emission intensity by 45% by 2030 relative to 2005 level. 45% out of the 45%, 35% are unconditional, 10% is conditional upon international help in terms of capacity building as well as monetary help. We must say that this 45% will have to come from a different place. One of it, of course, is on energy. On the energy sector, we have actually announced many new policies, including to include renewable energy in our electricity generation, which from 2% to 20% by 2025. That will also help to reduce our carbon dioxide. And another part of this is cities. That is why I'm here today, because that will help us to also, by having a low carbon cities, will help us to meet our national determined target in Paris Agreement. A lot of people are saying that climate change is not real. But if you ask scientists around, some people still refuse to believe in it. But if you ask scientists, they will tell you that science says so. That the threat of climate change is real, and that part as a responsible global citizen, it is also our responsibility to reduce our carbon emission. But at the same time, not only in reduction, Malaysia is also looking into climate change adaptation as well. Just have to remember that Malaysia is a country where we have 30 million people only. Yeah, if we reduce, climate change is real and it's irreversible. So what do we do when the global temperature increases by 2 Celsius? What do we do? What will happen to Malaysia? These are some of the things that the ministry will also be working towards on preparing the country towards a global temperature change. I just want to, in terms of mitigation, this is part of the mitigation of the climate change work. In terms of mitigation, I just want to put the statistics out, is that globally, cities are responsible for climate change as up to 70% of greenhouse gases emissions come from cities. It makes sense, right? So you go cities, you drive, there's cars, and there's buildings, you turn on aircon, and all around, it actually responsible for 70% of the emission. Emissions from the city, the energy we use, emissions from the vehicles we drive, emissions from the waste that we send to the landfills. Those waste in landfills generate methane, which is a much more strong greenhouse gases than carbon dioxide itself. Cities are part of the problems, but cities also are the best solution. Because city, again, is where we live, they are where we work, and they are where we play. We have the opportunity to be part of the solution. Since 2011, under the Low Carbon Cities Framework, LCCF program, 52 out of 154 local authorities have begun their low carbon cities journey. 19 of them have developed their emissions baseline and low carbon action plans, and 5 local authorities have started to achieve emissions reduction. We would like to congratulate the 5 local authorities who have not only put up a plan, but really have achieved results and put plan into actions. Which is why I really want to thank all of you for coming, for the mayors, the YDPs, the representatives from the councils. Your presence are very meaningful. Sometimes the government in the federal, we want to do something, but it is only when it goes to the grassroots level, at your level, at the universities, at the local councils, that things can happen. We can have a lot of plans, but if in the grassroots we do not have the awareness, champions like you in the local council, that cannot work as well. Now, it is also time to take it to the next level, the Low Carbon City 2030 Challenge. I would like to update that Malaysia will chair the ASEAN Working Group of Environmental Sustainable Cities, 𝗕𝗔𝗕𝗔𝗥𝗔𝗕, for 2019 to 2020, taking over from Cambodia and host a working group meeting next year in 2030. As chairman, Malaysia will refer to the strategic objective of 𝗕𝗔𝗕𝗥𝗔𝗕, which is to ensure that cities and urban areas in ASEAN are environmentally sustainable while meeting the social and economic needs of the people. Programs such as Low Carbon Cities 2030 Challenge will be potentially brought up to the ASEAN level and implemented by our neighboring countries. The Low Carbon Cities 2030 Challenge is a new initiative by MESTECC and GreenTech Malaysia that aims to accelerate the transformation of our cities into low carbon cities. GreenTech Malaysia will work closely with local authorities to establish low carbon zones in state capitals and major urban areas across the country. These low carbon zones will have reduced emission from energy and water consumption, from buildings and common areas, reduce emissions from petrol and diesel private vehicle use, and reduce emissions from generation of waste that end up in landfills. The low carbon zones, once designated, will allow the local authorities to implement a more structured and systematic low carbon city program. Examples of initiatives that can gradually introduce and enforce within the low carbon zones include zero single-use plastic, distributed rooftop renewable energy programs, 100% waste recycling and food recycling composting, building energy efficiency program, sustainable and efficient water management programs, utilization and purchase of green products, prioritizing the development of pedestrian walkways, cycling paths and electric vehicle infrastructure, increase low emissions public transport use, potentially establishing pedestrian-only roads and increasing the number of trees or greeneries within the low carbon zone. The possibilities of what can be done within a low carbon zone are endless. Now, a lot of people say, there are so many things to do. What is in there for me? For some of you who are the representative from the councils, I want to say this, that while we actually are pursuing a low carbon, you think that these are all something that is good to have, feel good, we are trying to save the world. Actually, as a matter of fact, you also save your money. Just think about it. If you actually have a program where you actually run an efficient energy program, building energy program, think about that if you can cut 30% of your electricity use by having retrofitted building, by having better, more efficient building energy use, you actually will not only decarbonize your building's energy use, you also really save your real bucks. And also think about it, a more efficient water consumption. You put on rainwater harvesting, and then you get to all the greeneries that you have. You just use the rainwater instead of water from treated water, just to treat it, and then you get a saving in your water bill. One of the best examples is GreenTech. Just now I was shown, so some of you may want to have a look on that the GreenTech, how efficient energy building use and also efficient water consumption will help you to save electricity bill. Just now I was briefed in this building. Buildings of this size usually is about 40,000 ringgit. But GreenTech, through the energy efficient program, they have Now the current electricity bill is 5,600 ringgit the last month. And then water bill. So they have big greeneries here. They are all use the water are being watered by not the treated water, but rainwater from rainwater harvesting. If you need to water such a big garden, you have the water bill that's supposed to go into GreenTech is about 4,000 ringgit. Now it's about 600. 200. So it is a lot. So later on, you all can have a look on why we talk about efficient resource use. It's not really only about saving the world. Efficient resource use is about saving money. So I hope that you will go back knowing that you are here while we all want to go into low carbon cities, but at the same time, there is some benefits to reap from this low carbon city framework. At the Ministry and at GreenTech Malaysia, we are here to support you. We will work closely with our partners from KPKT and KWP, Plan Malaysia, together with industry and academia to facilitate and guide local authorities as well as develop programs, initiatives and policies that will have real impact on the ground. This challenge is not just for the cities, but for universities and companies as well. All university campuses should be designated as low carbon zones with hundreds and thousands of students going through universities every year. There is tremendous opportunity to instill within them a low carbon way of life. Universities also have the largest collection of brilliant minds, and Malaysia will be counting on the university to advance green technology and develop new low carbon solutions that will benefit us all. Companies, on the other hand, have the opportunity to be a low carbon city partner of their respective local authorities. This is to strengthen the collaboration and collective low carbon efforts between the private sector and the local government. Those who take up this challenge and achieve success will establish themselves as a leader in climate action. They will also reap the benefits from improved efficiencies in operations, reduced costs from efficient use of resources, and eliminating wastage. They will also be the future proving their cities and companies to be ready when climate change regulations come into place. For their success, they will be awarded not money, but diamond recognition by the ministry. It is a gesture of appreciation for their efforts and encouragement for them to do more. They will have also the opportunity to participate in various low carbon programs that are designed specifically for the low carbon cities 2030 challenge participants. I believe that GreenTech Malaysia is working on these programs and will announce them accordingly in the near future. Besides local recognition, participants will be exposed to international funding and recognition through our collaboration with international partners such as the Carbon Disclosure Project and GIZ. As you can now see, low carbon cities play a very important role in mitigating climate change. They provide a platform for the various climate change mitigation actions that directly contribute our national carbon emissions reduction target. Nothing happens within a city without a purview of the local authority, and this can be the difference between the success or failure of the mitigation action. Through this challenge, by 2030, we target to establish and designate 200 low carbon zones across the country and have at least 1,000 low carbon cities partners working together towards a low carbon future. Before I end, I would like to leave you with a quote by 𝗥𝗡𝗡, an American journalist. A city is not gauged by its length and width, but by the broadness of its vision and the height of its dream. So let us dream about a low carbon future for ourselves and for our children, and at the same time, let us now put pen to paper and start working to make the dream a reality. With that, I officially launch Low Carbon Cities 2030 Challenge. Thank you.